Okay, good morning YouTube. Those are words I never thought I would actually say. How are we doing all? Welcome to my channel. I'm finally starting. I finally pulled the trigger and we're doing this. I wanted to start this YouTube channel back when I was in prep, however, I had a lot going on. Life stuff, I started a new job, I was on placement for uni, like there was a lot going on. So I feel like now is the time to start really. And also, I feel like in prep, you kind of lose your personality a little bit. So I feel like I'm myself again and the time is right. So let's rock and roll. Okay, we're gonna start preparing meal number one. You'll see why I don't prepare the whole thing, because we have oats, 60 grams, 150 grams of fire, 100 blueberries, 50 banana, and 20 almond butter. So it's a nice sweet breakfast, but I like to mix it all together, but I like to cook the oats first. So I'm gonna plan is cook the oats, go out, do some steps, come back, swirl it all together, and then we can enjoy that. But I thought whilst I'm here making my oats, I can tell you guys a little bit about myself. So my name is obviously Hope. I am 23 years old. I'm from the UK. I don't know, do people say where they live? I don't know. I mean, I live with Joe a lot of the time when I'm not at work, which is obviously in Manchester. I'm actually in university. I'm studying occupational therapy, which, for those that don't know what that is, just go Google it. It's healthcare, but I feel like the gym is literally the only thing I'm passionate about. I kind of went to uni just to tick a box and get a career under my belt. I also work, at the minute, 3 or 4 days a week. Whilst it's summer, obviously uni is off, therefore your girl needs to make some money. So I am 13 weeks post-show, coming into my 13th week, which maybe today I'll talk about handling post-show, because I feel like there's a lot to be said on the topic. But this reverse has gone really, really, really well. I did one show back in 2024, which, guys, I was legit a string bean. It was not a good look. But coming out of that prep, I was terrible. I was like eating everything, tubs of Halo Top, like the whole shebang. Like I could not stop eating. Whereas this time around, I've been really good. I'm just adding my salt, and Joe will tell me off for this, but I am a slut for stevia. Oats, cream of rice, stevia is going in. And I just give it a little shake like that. Guys, we are back from our steps, and what do we have here? Are we ready to see? Okay, here we have our 150 grams of fire, 60 oats, 50 banana, 100 blueberries. I did also throw in some raspberries there. Topped with cinnamon, salt, and our almond butter. So I'm gonna go enjoy this now. I'm gonna put some YouTube on. That's another reason actually why I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Not because I'm gonna watch my own videos, but I feel like every YouTuber I watch, one, it's all bodybuilding, but two, it's only the men that are doing it. I feel like women, we are very limited. Obviously we have Meg, love Meg, my coach. But other than that, like there's not too many doing it. I feel like they're mainly American bikini girls, which I love to watch, but I feel like we need to represent, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this and I will show you what I get up to next, / my second meal. And we're back. It is now time for our supplements. So I always take my supplements with my first meal, just because I find if I take them on an empty stomach, sometimes it hurts my stomach. So that's something that I have been doing. So what have we got here? We have Omega Pharma Pro vitamin D3K2, curcumin. I don't know how to say that honestly. It's the orange one. Vitamin C, myoinositol. Again, I'm probably butchering the name of that. Chasteberry. These are all girly ones. And selenium. Also, can someone tell me why selenium stinks so much? Because it's horrendous, the smell. Anyway, I'm going to take these now. Joe's meal prep is on. I always like to make Joe's meals. I don't know why. It's the womanly instinct in me. I just have to. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. But, as I said, he did his rice. So, I'm going to take these. I actually have Flop Gear on the YouTube channel. If you don't know, get to know. Although Christian isn't in this episode, so missing you on that, Christian, if you're watching this, which you definitely aren't. Anyway, we're going to take these, have a coffee, and chill out. Okay, I'm back. And I'm not going to have a coffee because guess what I found yesterday, guys? Why is this not following me? Are we ready? Dun, 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 dun. Does anyone remember this monster? Please tell me you do. It's the Ultra Black. Now, what I can remember is it tastes like cherry. So, we're gonna taste test it together. I love finding new monsters. Except when it's like £4 for an American one. That is ridiculous. But I do have at least one monster a day. Sometimes if I'm working it is 2, which pains me to say because I know they're not good for you, but I just think I'm good in every other aspect of my life. This is like my vice. Okay, taste test. Oh my god. It is, it's like cherry. Do you know what that tastes like? Tangfastics. The cherry Tangfastics. That is bloody lovely. Anyway, we will talk post-show. Let's talk post-show. Okay, post-show thoughts. How did this post-show go? Firstly, this post-show went so much better than my first one. As I think I said before, my first, count how many times I say post-show. The first reverse I did was not great. I just ate everything in sight. Tubs of Halo Top, like chocolate, like just shit, utter shit. Which is something that I did not do this time. I was scared of going into it this time, but I feel like everyone says that it doesn't, but I do think if you've done it for once, you don't do it again. I was actually just talking to Joe about this. I feel like I bossed this post show. Like, I went into it thinking, if I'm really struggling with, you know, food noise, etc., I'm just gonna jab a load of Retta. Like, that's what I said to myself going into it. But guess what? We didn't need to use any Retta. Not that I'm promoting that, because I don't think you should just be jabbing Retta for that anyway. But I think a lot of it comes down to my coach, Meg. She was absolutely incredible. We still checked in every day for the first possibly like 6 weeks. I think after that we went to like twice a week or 3 times a week. But I think keeping that accountability in is absolutely vital. In my first reverse, straight after the show, my coach was like, right, you're not in prep anymore. Check-ins once a week, which going from every day to once a week, like, that was way too much. Like, it's no wonder I struggled, because that communication was not there. Speaking about communication, talk to your coach about how you're feeling. For me, I had a lot going on outside of gym and bodybuilding, like home stuff, which I won't get into. But I was going through like a pretty difficult phase of my life. So I think, one, communicating that to Meg about how I was feeling, if I was feeling tired, if I was feeling hungry. I think having that relationship with your coach and not feeling like a burden, because at the end of the day, like, they are your support system. That's why they're there. And I think being okay with the fact that you can reach out and say, hey, I'm actually feeling like I can't stop thinking about food today, which luckily I actually didn't really have any of those days. I think I maybe messaged Meg once post-show saying I was feeling really hungry. Now, everyone always says, just follow the plan, just follow the plan, and guess what? I'm going to say the same thing. Just follow the plan. As much as you think, oh, I'm really, like, you're scrolling on Instagram, like, cookies are coming up, brownies are coming up. The 3 dots and say, like, you don't want to see shit like that, because that also massively helps. Like, don't watch food videos, don't, like, find restaurants that you want to go to after prep, like, don't do any of that stuff. Food will always be there. It's like this overwhelming, oh my god, I really need to eat, I really want to eat this. Chill the fuck out. Food will always be there. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I feel like your brain makes it a big deal. But sort of stepping back and thinking, oh, actually, I'm just gonna eat my prawns and rice. Prawns and rice, having a varied diet. So Meg had already set up my post-show food for me, which I'd looked at when I was still in prep, and I was so excited to be eating those foods because I had prawns on there, which I'd not had. I had mince on there, I had my chicken, I had faye, I had, you know, a variety of foods. So I think making sure that your foods taste good is a massive win. And then also remembering the fact that if you're sticking to your plan, your food is going to go up. Now, I do think a very big thing that did help me through my reverse was the fact that Joseph was dieting. Because straight, I'm pretty sure we got back from Alicante and then he started his diet. So I think because he was locked in, therefore I was also locked in, because I'm not gonna order like myself a takeaway. I feel like off plans are not about the food, it's about doing something with the people that you love. So I feel like because we weren't doing that, I just did not feel the need to. Something that I did struggle with post-show was the fatigue, which I feel like I didn't really feel last time around, but I was a lot more shredded than I was in my first show. But when I got back from Alicante, I was on placement for uni, which for those of you that don't know, I think it's if you do like a healthcare degree, you have to go on placement. So that was for 6 weeks when I was working for free, guys. You have to work for free. It's terrible, I know. So I was doing that as well as working at the weekends, trying to see Joe, trying to fit in all my sessions, and I just felt like this overwhelming tiredness which I could not escape. But again, I communicated that with Meg, told her how I was feeling. I did also have some live stuff going on, which I think I have just spoke about. So yeah, there was a lot going on, but I think giving yourself grace, giving yourself time. I think I missed 2 sessions, which when I say I missed 2 sessions, me and Meg had spoken about these sessions and she wanted me to rest. Don't go missing sessions, guys. Speak to your coach first. But I think just allowing yourself time, giving yourself grace, like, it is okay and you will be okay. I don't know if you guys can hear Joe's playing his relaxing music, which he does when he works, and sometimes the tunes do make me laugh. Okay, I feel like I've pretty much summarised how my post-show went. But I will say there was actually 2 occasions where I overate. Are you ready to hear this, guys? I overate. I ate some of Joe's pineapple in the fridge. That was one time. And I ate some strawberries, which was the second time. Again, spoke to Meg about this. But it was actually on the Trained by JP forum, which, guys, if you are not a member of, I would highly recommend it. It's actually it's a very cool space where people put in any questions they have. But I remember reading one, and it was someone that was post-show, and they were saying that they were overeating, and it was actually Cuba that said, like, clearly your goals aren't as important to you as basically eating is. And I was like, holy shit. I don't know, that something just clicked in my brain, and I was like, wow. Even though I'd eaten some extra pineapple and extra strawberries, which in the grand scheme of things, is that actually gonna, you know, do anything to my physique? Probably not. But it's the concept behind it. Like, I am a routine, structured girly. Do I want to be snacking? No. And it just really made me think, like, my goals are my everything. Like, why would I put myself in a position that's gonna, you know, further me away from that? And again, this is not actually about pineapple and strawberries. This is about the idea of snacking and just like eating bits here and there, because that can then escalate into becoming a bad habit, which we don't want any bad habits around here. Actually, some solid advice from Cuba, which I feel like more people need to know that. Because I feel like when you phrase it like that, it makes you think. So yeah, that is my reverse experience, which was, again, a hell of a lot better than my first reverse. But again, speaking to Joe before, I feel like sometimes you have to not nail a reverse to then nail it, you know, the ones after. You need to do the hard shit to, you know, be able to do the hard shit. There's no point jabbing a load of rhetoric, making, you know, yourself not hungry. Because then what are you actually learning from that? The hard shit, people. So yeah, I feel like that is my reverse little debrief right there. It is now, what time is it? It is now 10:26. I need to go to the shop and get some avocado because we have avocado in our next meal, and I'm eating a lot of avocado at the minute and I didn't get enough. So I'm gonna go do that, see if Joseph needs anything from the shop, and then we will start making our pre-workout meal. I am so excited to train today, you guys. We're on legs. Monday is always leg day. And it's always glutes and hamstrings, which, again, is my favourite. I was destined to be a bikini girl. So, I will see you guys shortly when I am making meal number 2. Okay. Change of plans, also change of scenery. We are in the bedroom. I'm actually going to do my makeup, guys, because something I've been loving is putting effort into my appearance when I'm at the gym. I don't know why. I do know why, because it makes me feel good, and I feel like I train better when I feel good. This is something that I have started doing since my reverse, because I feel like that initial weight gain can be scary and daunting for a lot of people, myself included. So I feel like if I can make myself feel good, we're already winning. I'm not going to show you guys anything that I'm using because my makeup is... she's not great. I'm also not the best at doing it, but works for me. But I thought whilst I'm here we could have a little girly chit chat about gaining weight, because something that I've not really ever spoken about on my Instagram is I used to really struggle with my relationship with food and my weight in general. Little bit of backstory. I was actually a dancer, a ballet dancer. When I was 16, I got a scholarship to go to a ballet school in Manchester, which I lived here for like 2 years, which at 16, it's a lot. I mean, you don't know, you think you know everything when you're young, but you seriously don't. And with that, I thought that I had to be, you know, the skinniest version of myself to exceed in ballet, which is kind of true, in that in ballet it is, you do have to look a certain type of way, and there was a lot of pressure to do that. My ballet school, like, it wasn't extreme, it's nothing like, you know, like the Russian side of things where like you have to be this big, but there was definitely pressure to not be big, which I was never a big girl at all. But my relationship with food was always sort of bad. It just stemmed from that, essentially. So to then, I feel like so many girls get into bodybuilding after having a really bad relationship with food, but bodybuilding seriously healed my relationship with food. Like when I was at ballet school, I'd have a cigarette, Marlboro Gold, for my breakfast, and I'd have an apple for my lunch. And tea, I would have an M&S, are you ready for this? A kid's M&S ready meal for my tea. And that was my diet. Like, it was appalling. It was so bad. So yeah, and I think a lot of people, especially my family, when I did my first ever show, were concerned because they were thinking, she's losing all this weight, she's gonna go back to eating nothing again. But as I said, bodybuilding seriously healed my relationship with food. Like, I no longer see food as good and bad. Like, yeah, there's foods that are more, nutrient dense, so to say. But I know that if I have something that's, of a higher calorie intake, it's also okay. I think from this reverse, again, another reason why it went so well was because I was okay with the fact that I need to grow. I need to gain muscle. Like, to be serious, and like my motivation to do as well as I can in bikini and get to the top is at an all-time high, and I know I can do it, which I am not a big-headed person, or like not even necessarily a confident person, but I believe so strongly in the fact that I will do everything in my power to make it to the top, that like it's inevitable. I need to grow, I need to put on muscle. So with that comes a little bit of body fat, and that is okay. Like, when I was in prep and super duper duper lean, I don't feel sexy, I don't feel confident. Like, day to day, I'm gonna move you up a little bit. Haha. Oh, maybe that's too much. Day to day, like, I've never felt more unsexy or unconfident in my life. Which, that was a huge driver for me to be like, okay, it's okay not to, have striated delts and lines in my quads and no glutes from the side, because girlies, it was not good. It was not good. And as someone who has a extremely attractive husband, I want to look good for him, and having no glutes, it's just not a great look. But Joe also told me when I was in prep that he actually prefers my physique when I'm in the off season, which, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Again, I seriously have so much to credit this man, because he's seriously changed my life and made me probably the person that I am today. Like, there's so many things that I look back on and I'm like, I would have never done that. Starting YouTube, for one. I get to work with Trained by JP, my favourite brand. Teveo, like, all these different opportunities. I just think wouldn't have come around if it wasn't for Joseph. So I seriously owe that man a lot. Anyway, went on a little tangent there. Throwing it back to gaining weight. As I was saying, as someone that struggled their whole life with wanting to be the smallest version of themselves, like, take a look at the pros. Take a look at, the girls that are winning pro shows, the girls at the Olympia, like, the mass that they have. Like, bikini is not a small division, which I think people get really twisted. Sick and twisted. Like, a fit model, that is the small division. But bikini, like, these girls are fucking jacked. So, yeah, be okay with gaining weight if you're serious about your goals, because you're not going to improve being stage lean, girlies. No, no, no. And moral of this, you also want to look and feel sexy for your man, because I know I did. Okay. I will come back. Okay, I'm hoping everything there is blended. And something that actually helped me massively, which I didn't think it would, was weigh myself every day. Going up, but I feel like the more, if you're doing that repetitively every day, the more sort of like just not a big deal it comes. I feel like I worded that absolutely terrible. Someone out there watching this is going to be like, this is what you meant to say. But it just becomes like standardized and part of your routine, and you don't overthink that. Again, my first reverse, I stopped weighing myself, and then I just weigh myself every week when I was checking in with my coach, which that was alarming. And I was also eating a lot, so that was also way more alarming than it needed to be. So get used to stepping on the scales, because it does make the process a whole lot easier. Also with that, shift your focus to other areas of your life. For example, your training. Like for me, starting to be coached by Meg, one of the reasons that I actually went to Meg in the first place was because I knew how precise she was about training, and that is definitely an area that I wanted to level up in, which it's definitely working, by the way. Like, look at the positives that you get from gaining weight, and I'm not talking a huge amount of weight. Like, I am, again, 12-13 weeks post show, and I think this morning we were 56 on the dot, so I'm like 5.5 kilos up. Like, it doesn't have to be a dramatic amount. Like, resetting movements, you know, wanting to improve your strength in the gym, because the whole reason, or, you know, the main reason why, I'd like to say all of us, but maybe not all of us, but majority of us bodybuild is because we love the fucking training. And back end of prep, like that, for me anyway, that definitely died down. Like, I despise training and prep. You don't have energy, your numbers, like my numbers absolutely dropped. All credit to those that can, you know, keep pushing during their preps, but I was not that girl. Okay, I just did my mascara off camera because I cannot cope with the faces that I pull during when I'm doing that. It's like I'm doing a set. As I just said, training. Also spending time with like family, friends, like give back to those that, you know, you maybe didn't see as much, or you didn't put as much time / effort into. Feeling like yourself again truly is a wonderful feeling. Like, I know in prep I was just a robot, as we all are, but it's nice to actually have some personality back, to be able to laugh at things, to be able to make a joke, to be able to, I don't know, want to have sex with your partner. Like, there's so many positives to, you know, coming out of prep. So I think, yeah, being shredded and lean is cool, but I really do believe that the fun lies in the off season. So there's my little 2 pence. I think that's what people say. Maybe they don't. Anyway, we shall go and buy some avocado now. You guys won't get that, but me and Joe have a thing where we say avocado in a weird voice. He does it the best though. Anyway, let's go get some avocados. Okay, it is time for pre-workout meal. What have we got here? Well, let me show you. Gram reveal, dun 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 dun. 70 grams of jasmine rice, 100 chicken, 50 avocado, 50 peppers, 50 spinach, and then for sauce I always have Faye, and this is low sugar ketchup. I'm just gonna add some salt and pepper to this meal, and then we're gonna head to the gym. I don't think I'm gonna show you any training today. I think today we're just gonna do food, but maybe that can be the second video, or maybe I'll insert some clips. Who knows? Stay tuned. Okay peeps, we are just getting pre-workout in. I am on the Pick and Mix pumpage, which by the way, this flavour guys is my favourite flavour. You can really taste the banana in it, like banana foams. So I do a full serving of this. Who is here, ladies and gents?
Yes!
Oh my god, it's Ganabolic!
Coming at you live, YouTube.
Here he is, the main man himself.
So, mini cut week 10 for me, guys.
No, you can talk to the camera.
Yeah, well, I'm training pull today. It's Monday. Hopes on
legs. Glutes and hamstrings, always, guys.
It's my last week of the mini cut, if any of you watch my channel.
Which I'm sure you do.
Which I'm sure you do. Hopefully there's some crossover. So, yeah.
Anyway, we have dial in now, and I'm only going to do a tiny bit because I have had a monster already today. I don't want to be too caffeinated.
Or she'll start moaning that she feels sick.
Yeah, we don't want that. So I'm literally going to do about 5 grams.
Yeah, and then use this. Hope bought me this as a present.
I think it's actually milk frother.
Oh shit, sprayed on the camera.
Okay, let's not do that.
There we go.
And boom. Mixed to perfection. Forgot to say, by the way, shameless plug, Hope 10 for all of your Trained by JP goodies. Okay guys, we are back from the gym, we are showered. Joseph, say hello. Joe's already tucking into his. So, post-workout meal, we have 150 raspberries, 30 whey. This is the new performance protein in vanilla milkshake. 10 almond butter, and our base is actually 75 grams of oats. We have half of that amount, the Oats So Creamy, and half normal oats. So I'm going to sit and enjoy this now with Joseph. We have the Celtic cast on screen, and I will give you guys a session overview after I've eaten this.
Yeah, gotta get the scran in, guys.
Gotta get the food in. Okay peeps, it's actually been a little while since I ate my post-workout meal. It went down a treat though. I also want to say that I even asked Joe this before. I was like, oh, am I okay having oats post-workout? As long as it digests well for you, you're all good. And for me, oats do digest very well. So session was amazing today, actually. That dial, I always want to call it dialed in pre-workout. It's not, it's dial in. It's incredible. It really gives you a tunnel vision, and I felt like I was just locked in the zone today. So that was great. Session was, I started with my planks. I always start with some sort of like abdominal work to begin my leg days, which I actually really enjoy. So I did plank, then I did abductor, glute drive, single leg press, glute push downs on the cable, and hyper extensions to finish off. This sounds bizarre, but I felt hot. I was sweating. Waking up, so to say, because I feel like I've not felt hot in ages, even though it has been very warm recently. Topic of hormones, etc. I am still without a cycle, guys. We are, how many times have I said I'm like 13 weeks post-show? But we are 13 weeks post-show and still no sign of a cycle, which I am hoping and praying it comes soon, because Meg said that we won't be adding in any assistance or thinking about prepping next year until that's back. So keep me in your prayers, please, ladies, because I want to get fucking wham. And I also want to compete next year, if I've made enough progress, that is. I've also just realised it's Monday today. I'm actually working tomorrow and I have not done any meal prep. There is also a load of washing up to do. So I'm going to wash up, go to the shop again. I honestly must go to Sainsbury's at least twice when I'm at Joe's, because we always just end up getting little bits. But hey ho, it gets my steps in. Steps are also at 10k, I've not told you guys that. Steps are at 10k. I'm not doing any cardio. I've actually not done any cardio since I was in prep. That got pulled after my first show, then my steps just increased. Anyway, I'm waffling now, so I'm gonna shut up, get my jobs done, and I will show you guys what I meal prep. Okay, you guys, we have meal number 4 going down. Joe, what meal is this?
Number 5 for me.
Number 5. What have you got? Wait, should I show them?
Beef made by Hope.
Made by me, guys, with love. And I have the same, but, well, this is 250 potato. Me and Joe are actually on the same amount.
Yeah,
and
open
then
bodybuilder versus bikini girl.
I have 150 grams of prawns, 100 veg, and sauce we have faye and ketchup. So we're going to enjoy this. We're watching Murder 24/7 on the BBC.
Yeah, and then we shall prepare our cream of rice.
Yes. The best
The
meal
sweet treat
of
of
the day. Okay, you guys, final meal of the day going down. I have 85 grams of cream of rice. We are on sticky toffee. Trained by JP, code HOPE10, you know the drill. 150 berries. Oh my god, I've not added my banana. I knew it was missing something. Okay, I am going to go and add my banana too. But we have 100 grams of banana. Thank you for reminding me. 25 nut butter. We actually have a mix of almond butter and peanut butter because we're running low on almond butter. 30 whey, cinnamon and salt.
The reason why we have almond butter, one, it tastes better in my opinion,
Agreed.
but also it's a better quality fat source.
Yeah, so you guys out there eating
Less
peanut
palm
butter.
oil and whatnot. It's better for your cholesterol.
And we all want good cholesterol, guys.
Tips from Joe.
Thank you, Joseph. Okay, I'm going to go add my banana and then we're going to tuck into this. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the first vlog.
Well done, I'm very proud of you.
Joe's very proud of me. More to come, you guys. I'm thinking next time, the next video, we're going to do a season recap / Q&A.
And I made a promise to do one a week.
Yeah, that's
and
the
that
promise.
is, I'm kind of taking over here, but
That's fine. You're allowed to.
with anything like this, ladies and gents, probably mostly ladies watching this, if you're scared to start putting out content, YouTube, Instagram, talking on camera, just start.
Just do it.
You know, you build it up in your head to be this big thing, and you need the first one to be perfect when it doesn't. You just need to get going. You need to do 5, you need to do 10. And people don't overanalyze it like you do. You know, when you put out your first YouTube content, you'll dissect it to hell, but all you need to do is just put one out. And the sooner you start, the easier it gets, the better at it you become. If you watch any of my old talking videos, when I used to talk on Instagram or my first YouTube videos, they're awful, very stiff. Whereas now, you know, you just become second nature.
And now
so.
he's a natural,
And
so...
anything like this, it gets you out of your comfort zone, builds character. I think it will be great for Hope. She'll be able to express her thoughts and, you know, share what she's going through with bodybuilding, bikini, bodybuilding and whatnot, and people will be able to relate.
Yeah. I'm excited, you guys. Very excited. Anyway, I'm also very excited to go add my banana, so I'm going to go do that. But hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I have to say, subscribe. Oh my god, that is crazy. Subscribe if you guys want more.
Don't beg it.
And yeah, you don't have to. You really don't have to.